Bienvenidos de Puerto Morelos, Mexico. Puerto Morelos is a small fishing and beach town located right between Cancun and Cozumel. So you get Cancun and Cozumel type weather and Cancun and Cozumel type beaches, but Puerto Morelos only has a population of about 15,000 or so, so it's a lot less hectic than those bigger cities are. Because there was 7 of us on this trip and it was for a week, instead of staying at a hotel and relying on buses and cabs, we went ahead and rented a house and got a couple of rental cars for the week. And welcome to Casa Bandidos in Puerto Morelos, Mexico. A rental house right on the Caribbean. It's 3 stories. I'm on the 2nd story right now. That's downstairs. And then there's an upstairs where the hot tub and grill and another bedroom are. Not a bad place to vacation. Yeah, hey birds. Life is better at the beach. If you like beaches and ocean views, Puerto Morelos offers some very nice ones. The water is calmer than in a lot of places that are on the ocean simply because the second biggest barrier reef in the world runs just 100-150 yards offshore, really breaking up the waves, making the beach water calmer than it is on most ocean beaches. As pretty as it is, and as much as we love the times we've spent in Mexico, you do have to watch for things you don't normally have to in the U.S., as evidenced by this road sign. One of the really nice things about vacationing in Mexico is the fact that your U.S. dollars stretch so much further than they do here at home. For example, in this grocery store, these freshly made ham and cheese sandwiches, that's not $9, that's 9 pesos, which is roughly 45 cents. And if you shop in the grocery store on La Colonia side of town, where the local people live instead of the more touristy area, it's almost like a miniaturized version of a Sam's Club here in the States. You can get anything from washing machines to mattresses to motorcycles there. One of the things Puerto Morelos is largely known for is its El Faro Inclinado, the leaning lighthouse. It was damaged in a hurricane in 1965, I believe it was. And they built a new lighthouse, but left the old damaged one as just a mascot, sort of, for the town. Other than my wife and I, none of the other people on this trip had been to Tulum before, so we went ahead and made a day trip of it. Tulum's only an hour and a half or so from Puerto Morelos and has some really interesting and frankly just beautiful archaeological remains built by the Mayans ages ago. And one last comment on road hazards. You do have to watch what you're doing when you're driving in Mexico. This was actually in Cancun. We came upon this and one of our sons snapped a picture of it. It's where a manhole cover was missing, and one of the locals, at least, was nice enough to stick a tire in the hole so you didn't come up on it unexpectedly. Anyway, that was our trip to Mexico back in August of 2022. If you ever have any curiosity about vacationing in Mexico, we highly recommend Puerto Morelos.